All right. Hello, hello. Happy Tuesday. Happy payday. I hope y'all had a fabulous day. I hope you had a great weekend. We're coming up to what is close to the end of the month. May has flown by. Um, and I kind of wanted to just touch base real quick and before we're touch on a couple things before I hand it over to Katie. But one, this Tuesday represents one of the slower weeks of the month. And so if your check was lower than normal, I really want y'all to remember it's really hard, I think, when we get paid it weekly to remember it's an average. To remember, you know, average your checks. Like, because I know last Tuesday, a lot of y'all were real happy. So average your month. Don't just look at or freak out at one Tuesday, right? Every bit is a blessing. And one thing, Katie actually said this morning, sent a voice memo, and I actually did my payday post about it, was because my life, I feel like it's so hard because it's not relatable anymore because we book a Cabo trip last minute. Hey, let's go to Nashville tomorrow. Hey, let's do this. And that's not relatable. But what's relatable is when I didn't have to panic check my bank account to put gas in my car. I remember when putting gas in my car and the thing going so much faster, it felt like because gas was so expensive way back when at one point as well. And I remember just being like, oh my gosh, is it gonna am I gonna get an overdraft fee? Is it gonna cover? Is it, and so the reminder of not panic checking your bank account and going to the grocery store. I literally cried, y'all, the first time I was at the grocery store and I was able to get the real granola bars. I know real is the wrong word, but like the name brand that my kids didn't go, oh, you got those are so gross. And I remember just crying in the grocery store because I didn't have to do math. I didn't have to put something back. I didn't have to choose between 50 cents more or not, So those things are relatable and people are looking for that. But then there are also people that know this industry that are looking to have the freedom that I currently have, the freedom that a lot of you have, that you don't have to panic check your bank account. You can just get that extra at the store if you need to. You are able to pay for baseball this summer. You are able to pay for daycare camps or extra summer camps and all the things, right? Yes, boba and ice cream for the kids. I know for Katie, it's cake pops at Starbucks, like for her kids. It's those extra little things, and to really talk about those because people relate to it. Okay, so that's my quick little soapbox. VIP resets all summer, y'all, all summer long. Please, if you're needing extra income, if you're like, my check was low, VIP resets all summer long. What does that mean? It means that you are in control of extra money coming in on Tuesdays. You can earn an extra $200, extra $400, an extra $800. You are literally in control of what's coming into your bank account. CAB, customer acquisitions bonus, right? You are in control. Um, VIP resets, yes, I know some things changed with credits and PPA, credits not counting for PPA on resets, but are you doing the math? Are you utilizing the credits that you've earned? You can still use credits to help you hit VIP. You just have to do better math. You just have to kind of go, okay, how can I do this? So, one thing that I've been doing that's working really well is dollar for dollar shopping spree. I'm like, listen, if somebody's going to spend 150, like I can talk them into, hey, you can do 300 or you can do 75, right? Like what it may take more customers to fill up your dials, but you can still do it because I know a lot of you have credits. And I know you're sitting on the credits because you're like, well, it won't count for VIP. You can still utilize them. You can still use them. Let's just think of different ways. I'm also doing credit rebates. I'm like, hey, if you spend XYZ, I'll rebate you XYZ so you have credits guaranteed for your next order. I'm also doing credit rebates when they refer somebody. So not only are they going to get 25% back from the company in credits when they refer a new customer, they're going to get a credit rebate from me too. So there are ways that we can incentivize without putting on the solid brakes on VIP reset. I just don't, I know some people kind of went into this whole, oh, Katie, you just did like a TikTok switch there. You were like here and then you were here. Okay. Anyway, May 25th, auto ships. Those are running on, what is it, the 23rd now or 22nd? Hang on. Um,
It's the 22nd.
okay, thank you. The 22nd. I'm like, I had to find my picture. Okay. So the 22nd, which is Friday. So let today's auto ship or tonight's auto ships for tomorrow run. And then tomorrow send messages to everybody that's a 25th-er, right? And let them know they're processing early. I'm not promising you anything, but every single time in the history of Lavelle that they have ran an auto ship early before a holiday, it's because they're doing a holiday promo. So, Memorial Day weekend is coming up. My intuition, my thoughts, my all the things are that they are running the auto ships early because they're going to run a promo this weekend. So, let your people know. Hey, one, they're running early. Two, you might want to wait because I think we're going to have a big special. I don't know what it is, but I think we're going to have something good this weekend because we typically do for Memorial Day. Because then your customer's like, hey, thanks for watching out for me. Hey, thanks for helping me get more for my money, you know? And then if it doesn't, if there isn't a special, then you can just help them place their regular order, right? Like that's just my tips and tricks and thoughts for that. Getaway. PPA for getaway. Please, let's go, let's go, let's go. But also, I have a tip on getaway promoter packs. So if you're like me and you don't typically bring in promoters on promoter packs, and not because of lack of trying, y'all, I just get the people that are like, oh, I just want to order this instead. Okay, fine. But you can actually, on promoter packs, you can look for promoters that have never ordered a promoter pack ever. They're not going to count for PPA if they've already counted, if they haven't ordered in the system, they're not going to count for PPA. But they are going to count for promoter packs if they place a promoter pack order. So because I have people that have not ordered promoter packs, I've gone down my list, I've clicked on each of them and looked at their order history. So you better double check. But if they have not ordered a promoter pack ever and they order one, it counts for the promoter pack portion of your getaway. So if you're one that had a lot of people come in just ordering items, go check that out. Um, Katie, are you going to talk about peptides and how to that side of this?
I wasn't gonna, but I can.
Well, I'm going down the list to see because
Yeah.
I'm going to give it to you, but at the same time, I think we need a lot of people are like, we don't know how to talk about this. We don't know how to promote this. And I think my thing right now, you don't have to know. You don't have to know how to talk about it. Sorry. You don't have to know how to promote it. You don't have to know everything about it, but you do need to get people interested. One thing that I have learned during all of this is when I put posts out there and different things, a lot of people are on peptides and a lot of people are not getting them in a safe way. And so I'm determined now to help all of my friends, if this is the route they want to go, to get on them in a safe way, to have 24/7 access to a physician, a provider, or staff, whatever those were called, right? But also not waiting and not having people wait like, oh, I'll as soon as your peptides launch, then I'll come on board. No, let's get, if it's customer wise, let's get your nutritional gaps filled. Let's get you started. If it's promoter wise, girl, let's get you in the system. Let's get you earning VIPs. Let's get you familiar with our website, familiar with our products, how our system works, and then you have a base, you have a foundation when we launch with peptides. So that's what I have on that. Katie, do you have anything off of that? And
Yeah,
then
yeah. So I had a couple people ask me, like, how are we going to navigate, oh, we had this holistic GLP and this like natural system to now, okay, now we have peptides. And you guys, it's the same thing as like if you go to a store, right? If I want to eat cookies, there's two kinds of people in the world. The person that's going to go to the store and buy the ingredients to make their cookies, or the person that's just going to walk over and grab a pack of Oreos. Okay. Some people are going to come to you and say, hey, I want to lose weight, but I want a more holistic approach. And some people are going to say, hey, I don't. I'd rather be on a peptide or an injection. We have two different shopping aisles. It doesn't have to be one or the other. You can just let them know, here's the options, and then let them choose, right? Like full transparency. I don't know a lot about peptides. I'm still learning. There's a lot more than I thought there was, and I'm still not 100% sold on me using them, right? But that doesn't mean that I'm just going to rob my entire network of the opportunity to use them. And there's a lot of stuff that we have that we've had for years that I don't use. But if somebody comes to me and they're like, hey, I love coffee and I want to give up coffee. You got anything that can help me replace coffee? I don't drink the cafe, but I'm going to talk to them about it, right? I do have the cafe for our New York event. That's why I'm looking at it. That's why I thought about it. But you can still give them the options, right? Are you the person that's going to make your own cookie with all the fresh ingredients? Or are you going to buy the cookie, right? Either way, you're getting the cookie. So
well,
have the
perfect
combos.
example, are you Botox pro? Are you pro Botox, or are you like me who is like, I don't want it. I don't want it at all. Your lips
I
are
literally just
amazing.
got I literally just
But
got Botox
like
last week.
I don't I don't want it. I'm not anti it for anybody else. I just don't want it for me personally. And
Yeah.
so I am very much I'm pro Xera, but I'm also like, hey, I know that with these peptides, I'm turning 51 this weekend. I need some things in my life in the future. Like I know I need HRT or something else. So I will look into this avenue. And then I've also got the holistic side to offer as well. So yes, it's all about options. Our whole company has been based on options.
I love that for you, Amber. Botox last week.
Cut out. What did you say?
I said I love that for you, but I got Botox last week. See what I'm saying? Amber's like, no. And I'm like, shoot me up. That sounds horrible. But like, I was like, here, here, here. What if I go like this? The lines. Okay. But have the conversations. Like, I created a Google form. If you have a Google account, it is free to do. Create a Google form. Somebody reached out to me earlier and asked what was on it. I literally just said, hey, what's your first and last name? What's the best way to reach you? Facebook, Instagram, text message, whatever. And then I said, if you chose text, what's your phone number? You can even throw their email in there, make them a free customer account, and then you can reach out, like Amber said, get them in the system. But I'm having conversations with people, the amount of people that have reached out to me and they're like, oh, I'm on GHCKU or I'm on NAD. And I'm like, please tell me all the things I want to know. Have you had side effects? How often are you taking it? How much are you taking? Like if they're comfortable sharing it, obviously, but I want to get to know that way. If we come out with something that they could get from me instead, I'm like, hey, like, remember when you told me that you were on X, Y, and Z? Well, we have it now. I'd love for you to give ours a shot and let me know, like, if you feel a difference or whatever. And so I'm getting to know people and what peptides they're taking and all those things. And also
Y'all being awful.
oh,
Awful. I'm not being awful.
don't be
I want
awful.
to go inside and take a bath and go to bed.
Oh, did you get that? Okay. Oh, poor honey doesn't want to go to bed. Also, are you talking, Amber? Okay. So, yes, talk about the peptides, but I am not, and some people might disagree with me. That's fine. We all build differently. I'm not shifting my focus right now to everything peptides. I'm not like peptide, because there are people out there who still need Thrive. There's people out there who still want the shakes. There's people out there who still want the skincare, right? We have a $1 billion company. Like we reached $1 billion in sales just on our 3 steps. And so don't shift away from what we know works. I know the Thrive works. I know the GLP works. I know the collagen peptides work. And so I'm still talking about those things, but every now and then I will sprinkle in the peptides there. And then I posted something the other day because people were like, oh my gosh, like Katie's gonna be sharing peptides. The noise has been so loud. Did you hear the bells got peptides? And yeah, okay, listen. So I'm a petty Betty sometimes, and so I posted on social media because I drink the collagen peptides, right? Like I have since the day they came out. I was like, those collagen peptides are life. And so I posted, oh, did you hear Katie's been taking peptides? And I was like, are you new here? Like literally, I was like, I've been taking peptides for a long time talking about it. I'm like, but because we're gonna have injectables, we're gonna have the nose spray, we're gonna have the capsules. The collagen peptides are a beverage, they're a drink, they're a powder you put in a drink, right? And so I'm like, are you new here? Like you new here? Like I've been talking about peptides for a long time, sweetie. And so I shared that, and my results are amazing. So feel if you want to talk about collagen peptides and how we've already got a peptide line started, go to my page, take my result photos. Feel free to use them. Tag me if you want. I don't care. Okay, I want to talk about a couple things. I have notes, so if you have questions, drop in the chat. I'll get to them as I can, but I want to keep it short, simple, and sweet. I don't want to keep you guys too long. Somebody had asked Sue, my girl Sue, in a chat this morning about customer retention and what works for me. And so, kind of piggybacking off what Amber said, you guys, I offer credits on the first of every single month. I will go through. So my auto ship customers, I give them credits. I spoil them first before I go offer them to newer people. Or like I want to take care of my customers. I really believe retention is easier than new enrollments, right? And we can hit these CAB bonuses still with retention. It doesn't have to be new PPA. It could just be retention of your customers. So I offer credits to them, and then I'll go on the first of the month in my customer reports. You guys, you can play with it. If you have not been in there, look around. It's a gold mine and it's not used enough. But I'll go through and I'll see everybody. Let's say, what is it, May? Yeah. So June 1st, I'll go through and I'll see everybody that ordered from me in May, but might have shut their auto ship off. And I'll offer them credits for an order that month to get them another month of their products, right? So I do that to incentivize with them. And then I also send them cards. So I make these on Canva. Every single time someone orders from me, they get a card. And it's so simple. This one says, thank you for thriving with me. Mention this for $50 off your next order. It just says, thank you so much for ordering with me. I've loved these products for over 8 years, and it never gets old helping someone look and feel their best. Please reach out if you have any questions. XOXO Katie. I make new ones every month. I'll make ones for St. Patty's Day, for Christmas. I'll say like, hey, message me for a free bottle of gummies on your next order, free shipping on your next order, $50 off, whatever you can do. Sometimes I'll throw a little plus line in there, like an activate or a chill, usually small things that can go into an envelope, like a white label DFT or stuff like that. And people love these. I print them out. So it's free to make on Canva. And I want to say they're like 16 cents a piece to print at Walmart. Okay. I pay like $3 for 20 of them. So those are amazing. It's just a personal touch. Like every time I get mail, it's a bill, right? Like we're all adults here. Every time I get mail, I owe money. And so it's nice to get mail sometimes. Someone just saying, hey, I appreciate you. Thank you. Like it's like, oh, someone sent me something, and it makes them feel good. It gives them the warm and fuzzies, and people are going to keep coming back to you, not because you knew all the ingredients, not because you knew the ins and outs, but because of the way you made them feel. So I do that. Also, I do credits for referrals. So if you refer someone to me, I will give you credits. So you're going to also work towards thriving for free, but I'll give them $25 for each referral they bring to me. And then every time I enroll a new customer, I will say, hey, I want to help you thrive for free. It just takes 2 referrals. And I actually have 2 samples I can send out for you. Who can I send them to? I don't say, do you know anyone I can send them to? Can you think of anybody I can send them to? I just say, who can I send them to? Like, if you give someone the option, oh, do you know 2 people? They'll be like, maybe, I'm not sure. I can ask around. No, we're not asking around. Just tell me 2 people I can send these to. And I'm telling you what, everybody's been able to tell me 2 people. And then, so that was for that. Customers, yeah, okay. Finding your perfect promoter. Y'all, I have undiagnosed ADHD, so I have a couple things I want to talk about, and none of them have to do with the other. So just, Anyways, finding your perfect promoter. I did share this the other day in a chat. I want you to drop in the comment section who, like the person that you joined, why did you join them? I want you to drop it in there. For me, it was because I saw the girl that I joined get her happy back. I knew her personally and I watched her go. Literally, like a month before she had joined, we were on a Zoom together and she was crying. She was stressed out. And then after she joined Thrive, it's like she just got her happy back. Like she just was smiling again. She was being consistent on social media. She like talked up these products. I want to know why. Consistency, humility, team culture. She was sharing other tired mom stories. Okay, tell me why. Keep going, guys. Let's see. She's consistent and she's a go-getter, right? Doing stuff with her kids and traveling, confident in what you had your hands on. I wanted to be confident. Okay. You notice how I'm going through these comments and nobody said, oh, I joined my upline because they made it $1 million. She had 4 kids and she didn't look stressed. Nobody's saying, I joined my upline because she had $50,000 in the bank. I joined her because she made $10,000 last week. It's not about the money. So some of y'all are waiting to share the opportunity or be consistent because you think, well, I don't have the bank account that reflects it yet. I don't have the 4-figure checks. I haven't earned my first $5,000 check yet. I didn't get that check mark. I can't share, right? No one's in here saying no clue what the product was, but I saw you making money as a stay-at-home mom and wanted whatever the heck you were doing. No one's sitting here going, oh, well, she bought red bottom shoes and I really wanted red bottom shoes, right? Like it's like consistency, the humility, the team culture. She was a go-getter. She knew what she had her hands on. She was bold. So whatever it is that brought you into this business, I want you to go and emulate that. Go duplicate that. If you join somebody because they were consistent every single day, why aren't you being consistent every single day? If you joined somebody because they were going live and you felt like you knew them, like you were sitting in your living room talking to your best friend, why aren't you going live, making your people feel like they're your best friends, right? If you join somebody because they lost a lot of weight and they were in the gym being healthy, why aren't you on a health journey sharing it? That obviously attracted you. Why aren't you going to go use it to attract somebody else? You want to find the perfect promoter, go be the perfect promoter, right? Think of what brought you in. You know, if you were to enroll somebody, go ahead, Amber.
I want to just tag into that because also for those of you that have been here a while and people say, "Oh, I had success at the beginning." What were you doing at the beginning? What were
Yeah.
you doing that was bringing people in? Go back to what you were doing. Stop trying to recreate the wheel. Stop trying to be other people.
Yeah. And I love that too, because, and that's part of my notes too, is like, I'll get to that in a second. I'm gonna like brain fart and lose my spot. Hang on. Be your perfect promoter. So if you were to enroll somebody tomorrow, it's okay, Amber. If you were to enroll somebody tomorrow and for the next 90 days, they did everything you do, would they be successful? If you enrolled them tomorrow and they did everything you do for the next 14 days, would they hit their VIPs? Okay. You need to be your own perfect promoter to find your perfect promoter. Go duplicate what brought you in and bring other people in that way. Let's see. I heard a quote the other day. It was really good. I wrote it down. It says, when the vision is blurry, your actions become optional. Your vision cannot be blurry. You need to know why you are here. And it's not for Tuesday. It's not for the check you got today. It's not for the check you're going to get next week, but long term, you need to have vision. For me, it's bills on auto pay, traveling with my kids. I don't ever want my husband to have to work a weekend again to pay a past due bill. Those are things that drive me and motivate me, and figure out why you are here. Is it summer camp for your kids, buying a home, paying down debt? When your vision is blurry, your actions become optional. My actions are not optional because my vision is not blurry. I know where I'm going. You have to share with people where you're going. You'll never get on a bus. If I gave you a bus ticket and I said, well, I don't know where you're going, but go get on the bus, you ain't getting on the bus. You can get on the bus. Okay. Because you might be going somewhere cool, but you might not be. You don't know where you're going. Why is someone going to join you if you don't even know where you're going? Right? They're not going to get on your bus. So have the vision, know where you're going, and talk about it all the time, you guys. Talk about it. I talk all the time about how Tony used to work 6 days a week, 7 days a week. And this business was our lifeboat. Like somebody threw me a freaking buoy and it saved my life, right? It saved our finances. It saved, I mean, not to be dramatic, but we used to fight over money all the time. So in a sense, it almost like saved our marriage, right? And so that's my vision. I show up every day knowing that I'm working for those things. Working's not optional for me. envision it and act like it already happened. So think of the life that you want. It could be, are you always 100K? Are you 80K, 40K, 1 million VIP? Do you have your dream home? Do you have all the nice clothes that you've always wanted? Do you have the red bottom shoes? Did you lose the weight? Did you find the spouse? Do you have the freedom? And go be that person now. Like if your goal is to be a 80K, right? You cannot show up the way that a 4K shows up. You have to show up the way that an 80K shows up. Find someone that you look up to, reach out to them. Hey, what do you do? Like, what is your daily method of operations, your DMO? What are your income producing activities? What do you do on a daily basis to build your business? Go do that. Okay. 80Ks and 200Ks, they're helping their team on Zooms. They're giving away their credits. They're being plugged into three-way chats. They're hosting events. They're showing up. They're training their teams. They're in their team pages sharing resources, right? And so if you want to be that person, you have to show up as that person now. You have to embody that person that you want to be before you can become that person. So how do they talk? How do they share? How do they show up? Are they going live on social media? Like I said, if you were to enroll somebody tomorrow and they duplicated you, are they going to be successful? Are they going to hit their VIPs? Are they going to go 4K? If not, then, if your goal is something beyond that, then maybe it's time to start showing up a little bit more consistently. And then stay out of pockets. Okay. I know, like Amber had said with the promoter packs, we can think it's so hard. My first thought when the new promoter packs came out, because they used to be 200, 400, 800, right? Now they're 250, 500, and 1,000, and then the 1,600. And my first thought was like, shit, really, I'm being transparent. I'm like, oh, well, okay, like, here we go, but we have to stay out of people's pockets. And I was humbled real quick about 3 weeks after that, because I had a girl that came to me and she signed up and she was a customer for like ever and she loved the products. And I don't ever get into people's pockets. Like I feel like a lot of us have conversations and we're like, well, the 3 steps is 160, and the GLP is 225. And I know that sounds like a lot. And the promoter pack's 250. And but don't worry, it's just a one-time only thing. You are literally putting that on people. Like you are literally like spewing like your own beliefs that that's expensive onto them. Right. And so it's not expensive to someone who sees the value in it. So we have to share the value. But I have a graphic. I think it's on our team page. I can send it in the chats. I think I've also sent it to Amber as well, but it has all the promoter pack options. And so I'm not word vomiting and spewing a bunch of information. If someone comes to me and they're like, hey, I'm interested in getting started, I'll tell them there's a promoter pack. It's a one-time only investment. I'll send you a graphic that shows you the packs, what comes in each one, and you let me know which one's best for you. That's it. Then I take my hands off the situation and I let them talk to me. And so after the new promoter packs came out, I had done that with this girl and she was like, okay, I'm going to do the $1,000 one. And I was like, huh? She's like, yeah, I'm going to do that one's like the best bang for my buck. I'm going to do the $1,000 one. And like, I can't imagine had I told her, oh, well, the pack's 250. So I know it sounds like a lot. Like, what if I never gave her the options? I gave her all the options and I let her decide. People decide what's valuable to them. People can afford what's valuable to them, right? Like me, for example, I'm not bougie. Yes, I got Botox. Okay. Yes, I got lips. I'm not normal. I got talked into it, but like, you'll never see me. And like, I know Amber is a hairdresser. So like, I don't mean disrespect by this at all, but like, I would never sit in a chair and pay $300 to get my hair done. But that's because it's just not, I don't care. I just don't care about my hair getting done. I'll buy a box from Sally's and I'll do it myself. But some people will go in and spend $700 on extensions and color or balayage and cuts and washes and styles and blowouts because it's valuable to them. We have to show the value in the products. And once somebody sees how they're going to feel in these products, which is why sampling is also so important. I feel like we've gotten way too far away from sampling and we really need to get back to it. Once they feel it, they're going to see it. They're going to see it. So get a sample in their hands and also keep sharing your results. Share other people's results. You're going to have people that need to see your results, but then you're also going to have people that don't care about your results and they want to see someone else's results because they know you and they want to see someone else's, right? There's both sides of the fence here. So just make sure that you're sharing the value in it. And then also, Amber, you had said something earlier about getting back to the basics. Like, I'm telling you, when I started, we didn't have sample mail out credits. And so we had to go mail them out ourselves. The post office people, I'm telling you, they knew me by name. I'd walk in every single day. Like, oh, hey, Katie. Like, oh, how's it going? Got more stuff. I mean, I was literally getting samples in their hands because they were like, what the heck are you mailing out every day? Lavelle could not deliver. I was ordering $400 promoter packs like every other day because I couldn't get the samples out fast enough for Lavelle to keep delivering more. Like they were just going. And that's what built my business. I literally sampled my way to 200K. And so I'll get a sample in someone's hands. I personally charge, I will use my better judgment. If I know someone's going to come in and like take this opportunity by storm, yes, I'll give them a free sample. I'll use my judgment. But for the most part, I'm like, okay, $15 or $20 for the Thrive, 20 to 25 for the GLP. I want them to have some skin in the game. I have won free stuff before, never used it because I didn't pay for it. I don't really care. But if I buy something, you bet your bottom dollar, I'm going to make sure I'm taking it right, doing it right. I want to make sure I'm getting my money's worth because I spent money on this product. And so even if it's $10, I think for the sample mail outs now, it's like $12 if you want to make your money back, right? So you can sell them for 12 or 15 if you want to make a couple dollars profit, whatever. Get samples back into people's hands. I was so freaking excited about it. I was going live packing samples. Just even if you're not sending one out, like I had bags like this. And I'll just like make a little reel of me packing a couple samples up and I'll talk about it. Like when I first found Thrive, I was 6 months postpartum. I was overweight. It helped me lose my weight. I have more energy, yada, yada, yada. You get 3 days of this, 3 days of this. Comment below, shoot me a message if you want one. I'd love to help you feel good like I feel every single day. And so I'll do lives, reels. I'll just pack one up in my stories and I'll talk about it. And if you're packing one up and you say, I'm sending out a sample, people have FOMO, the fear of missing out. They're going to go, oh, well, someone else is getting one. So like, I want one. Get those samples out. And also when I think back to when I first started, I was storytelling. I had to like check myself truly the last like month or so, and I've seen such a big difference in the amount of conversations that I'm having. I feel like, and I'm not speaking like to anybody in specific, but like as a general statement, like as a whole, I feel like a lot of us have shifted more to pitching the comp plan. Oh, no auto ships, no website fees, VIP bonuses, blah, 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 blah. But it's like, we all have the same comp plan. Why are you special? Why is Amber special over someone else? Why am I special over someone else? Why is Jesse, Siobhan, Chris, why are you special over someone else? Because no matter who they join, they can still earn their VIP bonuses. Right. And so why do you stand out? And that really comes down to sharing your story. When I first started, you guys, I didn't have 2 freaking pennies to rub together. Okay. I brought my bank account down to $19 when I joined a month before Christmas. Come hell or high water, this business had to work for me. And I shared that. I shared where I was. I shared how we were struggling. I shared how we were robbing Peter to pay Paul. I share how we were using one vehicle and I was walking to work because my husband needed to drive across town to get to work and my work was closer. I was walking to work. I share how I had to borrow $3 for a bottle of medicine for my sick kid one time because I didn't have no money until I didn't have $3 for my sick kid. And that was also fresh to me when I first started. Like it was like I had just kind of started to come out of that struggle. And so, you see the success or it's been years and years and we try to reinvent the wheel and just pitch the comp plan now. And it's like, get back to your story, dude. Like facts may tell, but stories are gonna sell. And so I've noticed the last month I'm really intentional. Yeah, I talk about the comp plan. I did this morning in my stories. I did an opportunity story in my stories, right? But I'm sharing now where I was. Where was I pre-Thrive? Where was I pre this business? And what is it doing for me now? Because you want people to read it and go, damn, like that's me. And I've had more people message me in the last couple of weeks going, where you were, I am now. And I need a change. People aren't going to have their heartstrings tugged on if you're just like, join a VIP bonus. But if I'm talking about how VIP bonuses literally brought us out of the hole and helped us get ahead on our bills and pay for Christmas, that's going to speak more volumes to somebody. So make sure that you're sharing your story before you just try pitching a comp plan or pitching ingredients or whatever like that. Let me see. What would you tell someone who's not making any money yet but trying? You can talk about where you're going, right? Like before I earned my auto bonus, I was talking about earning my auto bonus. Like I'm not a Lavelle millionaire yet, but I'm still getting up there. I'm like, this company's like, I've made $1 million in the industry, and I talk about that. But it's like, I'm not. I'm still gonna walk around and claim it. Like if you haven't earned $1,000 yet, or you haven't checked off that, first $5,000 commissions check, talk about how you're gonna. Talk about how you're gonna earn your auto bonus. Talk about how you're gonna earn Cancun. You're gonna hit 12K. You're gonna hit 80K. Share where you're going. How my pay. I will speak it out there. Like my paycheck next week is gonna be double what it was this week. And I said to something that really has been working well for me is I've been telling people like, hey, look, I've made $1 million in this industry, and I'm going to make my next million with or without you. But how fun would it be if we did it together? And they're like, yeah, girl, like, you know what, let's do it. Or like Amber said, you just got to trust me on this one. Like just telling people, hey, you just got to trust me. We're going to make a lot of money together, and we're going to do this together. And it's okay to tell people like, I'm not there yet. And people respect that. Like when you're going through the struggle, people respect that. Social media is a highlight reel, and I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I'm not saying to get on there and start crying and whining and moaning about your life, but I'm saying get on there and share. What are you going through? Relate to people. Like you are going to have, when someone trusts you and you have common ground with them, maybe it's a divorce or a custody struggle or struggling to lose weight, or you're moving, or you just lost your job, or I have really bad seasonal depression. I share about that, right? And I make friends being myself and sharing those struggles that I'm going through, and then trust is built, right? Like people are more likely to trust you when they have common ground. And that also is why it's important to get into Facebook groups of things you are interested in, right? Not necessarily a mom group if you're a mom, but like, what do you drive? I was in one for Jeeps, right? I'm in one for homeschooling, crunchy moms, medical freedom moms, New York moms. I'm in a local group for my town. And I talk about, the parks and all the stuff around here. And it's like there's trust built because we have these things in common. And so if you're not making money yet, or you're not where you want to be yet, or you're going through the thick of it, share it, but turn it into something good and turn it into something inspirational so that you can reach other people. And then that's all I had, Amber.
Okay. Awesome. Okay, yes. I hope you took notes. I took notes. I talk to Katie all the time. I listen to Katie all the time. But I'm still learning. I'm still
That's her.
learning.
That's her way of saying I'm annoying. I talk every
No,
morning. Every morning
no.
I'm like, good morning.
That's my way of saying I am learning a crap ton from you, and I'm going to make my next $1 million based off of what you said today. Like
That's
that's because I'm never done learning. I'm not up here going, I know more than her and no, like I want to do better, be better, and receive more. And I want to help because when I receive more, I get to help other people receive more. And what's so funny is when you were saying this would be fun to do together and let's go make $1 million and blah, all the things. When I started here, that was never on the radar ever. The radar was $500 VIP. Like the radar was, I need an extra $500. Maybe I'll make a couple $100 a month extra. That would be helpful to our family. No, that was never on the radar. And then when I had a promoter sign up with me and we had a very long three-way phone call, and then we ended the call. She said, okay, remember my promoter number, I'm gonna go make you $1 million. And I was like, ha, okay, like I didn't know what to say to that because that was never on my radar. And so I laughed, but then as we built this business together, I was like, holy moly, like put things out there, things happen. And so yeah, there you go.
I want people to think of me though. Like when I'm like, hey, I'm gonna do this.
Mhm.
And maybe it's cocky, but I'm like, look, I've had a lot of success in this industry and in this company, and it's not slowing down. I'm offering you a seat. Like I'm gonna do it with or without you. Like it's taking off, whether you're here or not. But like, how cool would it be if we were finally able to do this together? And if they gotta think about it, I'm like, listen, I get it. Why don't you go to bed tonight, sleep on it? Y'all better write this down. Write this. I said, go to bed, sleep on it. But when you wake up tomorrow morning and I'm still on your mind, I want you to message me so I can help you get started.
Say it again.
I'll tell people, go to bed and sleep on it. But when you wake up tomorrow morning and I'm still on your mind, I want you to message me so I can help you get started. And what that does is that plants the seed. You ever gone and test drive a car and you're like, I kind of want it, but I don't know, but I kind of want it, but I don't know. Like, is this the right decision? And then you wake up the next morning and you're like, oh, I can't stop thinking about that car. And usually what happens to me is I go get the car. And so I plant that seed. I'm like, when you wake up tomorrow morning and you're still thinking about me, I want you to message me so I can help you get started. And the amount of people that have messaged me the next day and they're like, girl, I can't stop thinking about it. It's like, I know. So that works really well.
Yes, yes, I love that. Okay, I'm so stealing that. I wanted to add in case y'all didn't see my little note about what Katie said about promoter packs, and then we'll be done. Is one thing that I did learn is leading with the packs, right? Not, hey, you can order, like Katie said, the Thrive Experience or the GLP or this, like, hey, and she sends the graphic. I do verbally say, we have promoter upgrade packages available. They're value packed. You get not only Thrive that you can customize, but you also get Plus Line products and you get $20 off promo codes to help your new customers and promoters coming in. And then I send them the graphics, right? And then that way, if they're like, okay, that the best value sounds like the 500 pack or the best value, whatever, right? That's on them. But if they come back and say, okay, I can't really swing that right now, that's when I say, totally fine. I feel felt found. I completely understand. Let me know what your budget is, and I will customize a promoter cart just for you. Because then you can do individual packs or individual items outside of promoter packages. But don't give them too many options at once. You let them basically hold the reins. I learned that along the way.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Thank you, Katie. You're the best. I love learning from you all day, every day. Thank you all. Pat on the back for getting on and go rock out your week.